the fuck? Oh, shit. Alright, time to fix the floppy mirror. The normal clip that sits in here and it'll hold the spring in place, allows your mirror to rotate with some effort, had failed because you can see here, but there should be some ridges right here that would normally a clip would slide in and it can't move up. But over time it's wore out and the spring just pops right up, the clip flies off. Alright, check it out. I ordered all these sweet stickers from Delta. And I got this cool floppy mirror fix. Okay, I'm kidding. I actually ordered the floppy mirror fix and got all these cool stickers. I got this little nifty guy here from Delta, and that's going to fit on the top of this guy, and then you can screw it in to hold the spring in place and drill right through here. So these little screws can pass through the hole and that spring will never come loose ever again. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this on there, mark it, and then pre-drill some holes. So in my case, the ridges are kind of making it to where it's not going to slide on all nice and neat. So I'm just going to take a file and clean up some of this edge here that has kind of gotten smashed down and it's keeping this from sliding down. So I'll do that, file it down, get this in place, and I'll show you marking it. All right, so it's fitting a little bit better. All I'm doing is just kind of taking a little file here and taking a little bit of material off right here where it kind of had gotten mushroomed a little bit where it normally wouldn't be. That was stopping it from going on. So just a little file, a little rasping, and yeah, just make room for it. With that in place, now I can mark in there and drill a couple holes. And these screws will go in there and then keep this from being able to pop up when the spring is fully loaded. Okay, so I got this guy marked here to drill, but now the cable is in the way for me to be able to drill straight through without drilling into the cable. So what I'm going to do is pop the little plate off that's under here. There's a little keyhole, and I don't think you can see it very well because it's so bright. There's a little keyhole in the corner here. I call it a keyhole. It's just an opening. And you can take anything. Screwdriver, I got an Allen head here, and pop it loose. Just like that, and then you have access to the underneath, and now I can pull that wire through and get it out of the way. So that'll allow you to be able to drill straight through and make a nice clean hole, and then you can pull the wire back through, pop the plate back into place, and you're golden. All right, so got it drilled straight through. I used a 5/32 bit, not 100% sure if that's the right size, but the first bit I used was a tiny bit too small, and this just barely fits in there, which is exactly what you want, so there's no extra slop. All right, I got the frame back on, and I don't know how everybody else does it, but this spring is freaking crazy. Like, I swear it'll hold up my whole LandCruiser. There's no way you can compress that by hand to get to the holes that you made with this, or even to put the factory clip back in. It's totally nuts. I did see online, I think it was on I Hate Mud, where someone had this whole thing out and they had it on a vise, but I don't have a vise and I don't feel like taking it all the way out. So I put the Delta piece on, compressed it, and got it lined up, just kind of pivoted it the best I could to where it lined up with the holes, and it worked, I think. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew it, and hopefully the spring doesn't pop out. If it does, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not even going to have a mirror. All right, well, I guess I get to keep the mirror after all. It did work. I got it compressed just enough to where the holes were going to mate up. They actually went in. They don't go all the way through. They can't be too long because you actually still have to fish the wires through. But everything's tightened. The spring is compressed. And it works like normal, hitting those little detents. So I'm happy with that. I would show you putting the rest of the mirror back together, but I'm waiting for the shaky mirror fix piece that Solvefunction sells. And when I was taking all this apart, I butterfingered my mirror, dropped it on the ground, and cracked it. So I'm also waiting for the glass to come in. But the Delta piece is in, everything works like it's supposed to. I'll fish the wires back through and be ready when the other pieces come in. All right, so I got some goodies from Solvefunction to fix the mirror. Just showed up, so I'm pretty stoked. I think it goes up here, and that'll help keep the mirror from shaking. I've already got the Delta little collar fix right there for the floppy mirror, so that's all solid now. But Lee tends to pack stuff besides just your order, and it's kind of fun. It's like when you're a little kid and get an order from the Sweet Pickles bus or something like that.
Sweet Pickles bus.
I don't know if you guys even remember what the hell that is. So I got the, oh wow, I got all kinds of stuff in here.
Your child's head start for school starts with this free Sweet Pickles
Okay, there's the
preschool
magnet.
bus. There are
There's a
stickers,
chicken.
games, puzzles, and hours of
There's
fun
a seagull.
inside.
I don't know. Oh, it's a little seagull. That's cute.
Called Lesbian Seagull. She flies so gracefully over rocks, trees, and sand.
So there's the fix for the mirror, and I got the bolts. Sorry, there's the fix for the mirror. I don't know how to focus. For the 80, and not right on. All right, I've got the Solvefunction piece in. I still have the replacement for this one, but I epoxied it already before it came in, so I'm just going to keep it there for now. My epoxy failed on here, which sits there. Sorry, actually sits like that. So the epoxy failed. Thought it would hold, but it didn't hold. Thankfully, Solvefunction actually includes a new one, and it's got these cool little tabs in there, so I don't actually have to use the screw. It'll just pop into place here if I actually had dexterity. There. So that guy's good to go now, and I'll just put this little screw in once we get it in the mirror. Alright, so got all the Solvefunction pieces installed for the shaky mirror. Also the little replacement guy down here, which I think I showed earlier. I tried to epoxy the stock one and it broke, so Solvefunction actually gives you one of those in the kit as well, which is really nice. And I've got the Delta floppy mirror fix installed. Can I even get in there and see it? Yeah, right there. So everything is ready to go. All I got to do is just pop the mirror back into place now, and away we go. Oh, and you do need to actually remove these little tabs, these little ears right here. Otherwise you won't be able to slide it in up underneath this guy. Alright, so I nipped those tabs. I was going to see if I need to take the whole thing off or not, but I don't think I do. So let's go ahead and just fit it up at an angle so it slides up underneath there. Just like that. And it's actually in there now. I just got to put the little screw in the bottom and give it a test. Alright, so last little bit, you're going to want to put that screw back in underneath. And you're all set. Mirror's in place, solid. The detents work like normal. So, sweet. Thanks, Delta. Thanks, Solvefunction.